What's good, guys? We're back at it again with another video. As you see from the title, today we have a Cameron Boozer breakdown. 6'8", power forward out of Miami. Obviously, this is the son of Carlos Boozer, NBA vet. Played in the league for a while. He also has a brother that's also same class, also in this top 25 on ESPN. The class of 2025, right? We've done breakdowns on Cooper Flagg, Koa Pete, Eli Ellis, Jerry Easter, Darren Peterson. And I said after watching all of those players in 2025, I said, if Cameron Boozer is number one, after everything I saw from those players that I just named, then I'm expecting a monster because those other dudes are skilled, crazy. They got the size. They look extremely fluid for their age. So from what I'm expecting to see from Boozer, like I said, I'm extremely excited for it. Try to keep it unbiased so I'm not thinking about, oh, Cooper did some crazy step back. Oh, Koa shot some crazy one-leg fadeaway. Darren Peterson, Jerry Easter, out there playing with pace, and they already got size, and they shot makers. But try and keep this strictly unbiased. Like I said, at this point in their careers, rankings don't even mean that much anyway. There's going to be a lot of risers and fallers. I'm not going to hold you guys up any longer. Let's get into it.
Cameron Boozer can affect the game in a number of different ways. His vision and touch allow him to make outlet passes such as these or pass within the half court as well. He also does a good job contesting at the rim. Watch after he gets this initial block, his teammates turn the ball over, he recovers, and gets another block at the peak. There are times when Cameron could go up stronger or with more confidence, but he is relentless on the glass and will dunk it back whenever you give him the chance. When given time and space, he shows he can knock down the open three, or even on this next possession, Cameron does show signs of versatility, even at 6'8", being able to come off the ball screen and get into an easy pull-up. This might be a set play, but this is still great touch, being able to get it there. Even at this age, this is an explosive athlete. If you give him any room around the rim, he will try and punch it, and he uses that athleticism to run the floor extremely well. You can throw it ahead to him. He's coordinated enough to make plays. Because of his build, Cameron is a player that's extremely hard to stop going downhill. Even on this next possession, he missed the layup, but I want you guys to see how violent this change of direction is. It's going to be hard to stop as he ages. At this point in his career, his game is more inside than out, but that outside game is developing at a pretty fast rate.
Okay, so Cameron Boozer. First and foremost, I do have to say that it was when I first turned on the film and I'm watching these games. I'm watching the whole games. The first game, they played, I forget who they played. Second game was against Cooper Flagg, main elite. So I'm watching them, and I'm watching Cameron at first, and I'm watching, and I'm like, yeah, he's not getting too many touches. He's da-da-da-da, like, I'm not sure. And like I just said, I didn't want to be biased, like, oh, Cooper, all of them, they did all this, right? And then I saw that first big cross screen. I saw the first cross screen for him, the first cross screen for Cameron, and then I realized, okay, shout out, that's what I want to say, shout out to Knight Riders. Like, they run an actual offense. They run sets, and they don't do what a lot of AAU teams do when you have a 5-star player on your roster, which is just let them rock and do whatever they want. No, Cameron, a lot of Cameron's buckets, he's getting his within an offense, within a set. From time to time, he will break off, or it won't even be a break off. It'll be, okay, a set, we're going to let you ISO on this possession. He has to get his within an offense, and he's more of an actual big than a forward that can put it down, do everything else. He can do those things. We'll talk about it, but at this point right now, he is more big man, relying on others to get his touches. Let's talk about it, right? So, like I said, they are running sets. So when I first saw that first cross screen, I saw the first back screen for him. I'm like, okay, a lot of his buckets, I'm going to have to look for, okay, his footwork. I'm going to have to look at, okay, how is he catching it? Is he going up strong, this, and that? Because he isn't going to be out here with a lot of, possession of the ball and his hands rocking out. So when we talk about when he does catch it in the paint, when they're running these plays for him, when he catches it in the paint, if he has an opportunity, he is explosive. If he has an opportunity to dunk the ball, he will dunk the ball when he's around the rim. That's great. Great footwork, catching it up and over, using your shoulder to protect yourself from the defender, punching it, finishing it. There are times, though, well, I might see him go up a little bit timid. You saw him miss that first, little hook because he kind of alligator armed it. He didn't, let it roll off. He kind of just threw it like a shot put, but he was relentless on the glass. He gets the offensive rebound. He puts it back. He dunks it. Most of the time in the paint, he will go up strong, but he does have problems. His problems are, at this point in his career, are basically, obviously, he's a little more ahead a lot more ahead than most bigs, but it's the same things that I had to deal with. A lot of bigs had to deal with. They'll have times where he'll bring the ball down. He does that sometimes when you have smaller players, smaller guards. They're going to swipe in there. Most of the time, you're not getting a foul call from a guard hitting your arm. So the ball is going to be going the other way. I would like him to be a little more assertive at times when he does get into the paint. There was one specific instance I saw he caught it. Granted, I did see 2 on them, but the 2 on him were smaller than him considerably, and he was close enough. And with the athleticism that he has, he should have been able to power through. So there are times where I'll see him defer to others, and but that will come. With bigs, it's hard to develop, especially for him when you're not really playing bigs that are as good as you. So a lot of the time, you are going to be able to just finish over him instead of actually have to work on footwork, things like that. But I did see instances of footwork. He wasn't doing a lot of post moves, but I did see some footwork, some turnarounds, things like that. But I'm just watching his footwork. He seems to have it, good balance. Like I said, in terms of perimeter game, his versatility, Cameron's versatility is part of the reason why he is ranked so high, because you can't just look at him and, he doesn't shoot the ball. He's not doing all this extra. He's not making the step backs and doing all the crazy moves, because like I said, his team is actually running an offense, and he is playing as a big with a lot of the bigger players that we've done breakdowns on. I've said it before. I don't know if you've noticed. We don't see many players. They might be 6'7", 6'8", and above, but we don't see many of them actually on the block doing a lot of post moves. If they are, you got GG shooting fadeaways. They are getting to their hooks, but most of the bigger players now are on the perimeter. They're not. A lot of them are on the block. Cameron, at this point in his career, is more in the paint than outside. So you actually have to watch. You have to see, like I said, in those situations where he has 2 people in the paint, and I think he can go up through them because I see how explosive he is. He makes the right reads. When he is double teams in the paint, he throws it out, finds the open teammate for the open 3. I don't know how many times he did that. He did it a couple times, found the open teammate. He gets the rebound. He has the vision. He has the touch to throw it right over every defender, right into his teammate's hand in transition for the easy layup. He gets it at the top of the key, throws that touch pass. It might look easy. Trust me, a lot of bigs cannot make that pass. They taught us in college to shoot an actual air ball just to get it in your head, just so you don't actually hit the backboard, just so you have the touch on it. Shoot a real air ball. He has good touch, showing that early. Block shots as well, gets the first peak block. This is some stuff that I was doing in high school. I haven't seen nobody do something like that since me. Maybe I'm talking a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? He gets the first peak block. Thinks the play's over. They have possession of the ball. He's running. He's closer to half court than he is to the rim. Ends up recovering and gets another block. This dude is active on the defensive end. He's active offensively as well around the rim. It's just all in all, you have to understand that at this point, like I say with the ESPN rankings, a lot of it is potential and production. Right now with Boozer, you do see the potential because on the perimeter, I showed you guys, he can knock down that 3. You give him time and space, he can knock down that 3. He's showing what I'm talking about in that versatility. Right now, he's more big than perimeter, but I also showed you he comes off the pick and roll, gets to the easy pull-up. That's easy. He gets the handoff, goes downhill, gets by his defender. Easy finish. Okay, he gets it almost on a clear side. Okay, let me work through the defense and get to an easy layup. He's showing flashes of it. So what I'm saying is right now he's more big. Right now I'm looking at him, he's not getting all the touches. He's getting it within the offense. But over the next couple years, when his handle develops, when all of a sudden he's knocking down that jumper more consistently, while he's also still that same inside presence, is when you start seeing players like Paolo, you know what I'm saying, who's not only going to punch on you, got footwork, whatever, but he can also put it down on the perimeter. This is where you start to see those type of evolutions in players like this. Like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Appreciate you guys watching. Remember, if you want the one-on-one evaluations, the breakdowns that go on the channel like these, like this one, hit my website link in the description. Like I always say, appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys next time with the next video.